Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming your way next. Coming up on the first pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Jack Flaherty.
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Ready to go? And stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. The pitch. That's in for a strike at 95, and we're underway. The wind of the pitch. Fastball for a strike. 0-2 now.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
1-2 now. Altuve waits. In the dirt. To first. 1 up, 1 down.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Now Michael Brantley steps in. That's a strike. Check swing, and he held up. Next pitch is outside. And another ball.
3-1.
Out front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Popped up on the left side of the infield. And they get Brantley for the out. And there are 2 outs. Now we check out the Astros lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And it's through for a hit. Keeps the inning alive, and now Yordan Alvarez to the plate.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Flaherty will move to first. Bagwell back in on a dive. Foul ball. Bagwell off of first with 2 away. Flaherty throws over. Bagwell back in standing. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Righty to the plate, and that's outside. late on that fastball.
Well, you know this guy wants a pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
Runner on the go. Stays alive. And the right-hander deals. Misses. Full count 3-2. Kyle Tucker waits on deck. Here comes a pitch. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
So 2 on with 2 away. Kyle Tucker up next for the Astros. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Started to swing. Held up.
1-1.
And here it comes. That one's in there. And the count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Check swing. No appeal. And the count's even at 2. First and second. 2 down. Off the mark there. And the count's full. Craig Biggio in the on deck circle. Left-hand batter waits. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. And now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. No score. Back here in Miami, and the right-hander with the good curveball, Lance McCullers Jr.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Ozzie Smith leading things off and takes a strike. Hit on the ground to the right side. The throw to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second.
Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Lou Brock will hit next. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that ball.
Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
He saw the infield playing deep enough to drop down that bunt, and it paid off for him. Nice execution. He put that ball down the third baseline where he knew it would be a tough play. Took advantage right there. Very smart move.
One down. Next to hit, Michael Lee. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Foul ball there. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. McCullers a move to first, and he's back safely. There goes Brock. It's a pitch out. Throw to second. Great jump.
They clearly guessed right on the pitch out right there, but I think this one is a stolen base on the catcher. Now, the throw wasn't terrible, but it was just a little bit to the left, and that may have been the difference between safe or out.
And a pitch. That one ripped, but foul. At the belt and fires. This one in the dirt, throws to first, and now 2 gone.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie. You can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Stan Musial digs in now. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
The pitch. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
And a pitch. And that's in for a strike. And a foul ball. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Everything came together for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Mark McGwire next up for the Cardinals. In there, and it's 0-1. Remember Big Mac and Sammy Sosa going head-to-head in 1998? McGwire ultimately would lead the majors in home runs that year with 70 of them. McGwire led the majors in home runs 4 different times, including his rookie year in 1987. Check swing. He went. And the count is 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Astros, Craig Biggio. The wind to kick the pitch. That's a strike. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And the 0-1. Gets under it and pops it up. Arenado has a beat on it. Makes the catch for the out.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Rolled over to third, and foul ball. Next offering upstairs. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
There's a strike. One down, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
And now it's going to be Jeremy Pena. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Oh, and 1 now. There's a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Got him swinging. Nothing doing there for Houston. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now at the plate, Joe Torre. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact and just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. Strike 1.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they'd actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
McCullers winds, fires. Yeah, most guys struggle against the same side, whether it's left on left or right on right, and this guy's an exception. And the pitch. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Smash to the left side. Bregman to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting in, the second baseman, Nolan.
Here's Nolan Gorman. On the ground, right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. He's out.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And that one is lifted in the air. Brantley in position. Makes the grab. That is the inning. So 1 left for the Cardinals, but they hold a 1-0 lead. On to the third inning, and now the catcher comes up to him. Kong Kwan Galigolao. Gallegalo getting the start at catcher, hitting ninth in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. And a base hit right there. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now designated hitter, Jose.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. He's 0 for 1. Singy, you think about all the success Altuve's had in the postseason, including the walk-off homer off of the Yankees and Aroldis Chapman in 2019. Only Manny Ramirez has more postseason home runs in Major League history. Next one is off the plate. And now 2-0. Next offering upstairs. Michael Brantley waiting for a turn at the plate. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
And that one sliced foul. Gallegalo at second. Altuve on at first with nobody out. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Here's the throw to the plate. In comes the run from second. It's 1-1.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. And next to hit for Houston, Jeff Bagwell. And that's a little high. The pitch. Fouled off. He was late. Tied up here in the early going. Now that's smacked to right center. Should be extra bases. One runs in. Coming home. Cut off. Now a throw home. Safe. And it's 3-1. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. And that one wrapped foul.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
No outs. Runner on second. And it's even up.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Runner leads away at second. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Arenado drifts towards it. And he makes the catch. 1 down.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Struck out swinging his first time. Kyle's brother Preston got a little bit of time in the big leagues. Pretty good left-handed hitter. Played his college ball at the University of Florida. That's inside, and that's ball one. One out and a runner at second. And that is cut on and missed. And the count 1-1. And the righty deals. Just off the outside part of the plate. That one misses. And now 3-1. Tap softly third base side. A swinging bunt on to first. And Tucker is retired.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Craig Biggio. He popped out his first time. And a foul ball. And the 0-1. And that one is inside.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Not even close there. 2 balls and a strike.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
There's a swing and a miss.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another guy in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Left field. Brock makes the grab, and that's the inning. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 3-1 ball game. As we go to the last of the third. Now, Ozzie Smith. Seeing you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. High fly ball, right field. Tucker should have it. He's there. He's got it. And a quick out, number 1.
The left fielder, number 20.
Here's a speed threat, Lou Brock. Popped up, and that's a foul ball. Liner, base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now here is Michael Lee. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Brock, the base runner at first with 1 out. That's a strike, and it's 1-1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Righty delivers. Bounce to third. The throw to second. On to first. Safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Number 6. Yeah.
Now it's going to be Stan Musial. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Pitch misses. 1-0.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one off the mark. Ball 2. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Mark McGwire waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with one swing if he gets the chance.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Lee coming home. Oh, the throw is wild. He scores all the way from first. A terrible job getting it back to the infield, and it cost them a run.
Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Mark McGwire now at the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Man on second, 2 down. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. Ground ball right side. He handles it himself. That's the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And the home team down a run. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Alex Bregman.
The third baseman, number 2, Alex Bregman.
Flaherty back to work. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A towering home run, and they add on. It's 4-2.
I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
At the plate, Jeremy Pena. And that's in there for strike 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Yo 1. And ball 1. Jeremy Pena, Chris, what a story. 2022 and the impact he had in the playoffs. He was not only the ALCS MVP, but he was also the World Series MVP when the Astros won it all. Swing and a ball popped up. Musial calls it in, and there's one away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Kwan Galigalau up next for the Astros. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
I think what's so impressive is that he had some really big shoes to fill in Carlos Correa departing as a free agent. And this kid looked like he'd been in the big leagues for a much longer time than he had. Very impressive on both sides of the ball.
Here's a 1-1. Gorman tosses to first. Now 2 away.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Altuve up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Pop foul out of play off to the right. It's off his shoulder, eats him up.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Here's Michael Brantley. Flaherty a move to first. Altuve back safely. In for a strike. 0-1. Altuve, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Soft contact in the air. That's a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. He kind of muscled that one out there, didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
And here is Jeff Bagwell. And takes low for ball 1. That's down and in.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Next one misses, and it's 3-0. Yordan Alvarez to bat next. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
The new pitcher in the game, Jake Woodford. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
So 2 down. Yordan Alvarez up next for the Astros. He's 0 for 1. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. In there at the knees. Bases loaded. 2 down. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss, and that is that. One more for the Astros, and it comes on this solo homer. It's now 4-2. Bottom of the 4th, and here's the catcher, Joe Torre. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Clips the corner, strike 1. Next pitch inside, and it's 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Next offering misses. Now 3-1.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Started after it. Appeal to first. And no swing, says James Kingsley.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Here's Nolan Arenado. First time up, he grounded to third. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. That one down the line. Fair ball. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
The batter, the second baseman,
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. Grounded out his first time. And that misses off the outside edge.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
Right-hander kick steals. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
And that one fouled off. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. Up the middle, dives, and he can't hang on. Pena tossed the second. And here is Tyler O'Neill. Lied out his first time. That one the other way, and it's just foul. That was close. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. And that's down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
To short, could be two. Feed to second, that's one. Over to first, safe.
Now back.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. That one's in there, 0-1. McCullers a move to first. O'Neill back on a dive. The pitch. Tap to first. And it goes just foul. Kicks and deals. Going to count 1 and 2. O'Neill off of first with 2 away. And that's in the dirt.
Well, with the Amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt. A good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Pickoff throw. O'Neill dives back in safely. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Two outs. He's got it, and that is out number 3. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 4. It's the Astros 4 and the Cardinals 3. Welcome back. Ready now for the 5th inning. And the batter now, Kyle Tucker.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle.
The line of the pitch. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play.
Well, these Astros putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Left-hand hitter waits. Good job to fight that one off. Line drive, base hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
So next up for Houston, Craig Biggio. And that one ripped to left, and that's just foul. Here's your 1. Swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Righty to the plate. That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Right-handed reliever goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base pass. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
The 1-1. Swing and a ball lifted left field. He's got it. There's 2 away.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Jeremy Pena, the next to hit. Pretty unique upbringing for Jeremy Pena, at least in terms of a kid who was born in the Dominican Republic, but then he moved to Rhode Island, not exactly a baseball hotbed, and he played his college ball at Maine. He was a University of Maine Black Bear, and then went on to be a 3rd-round pick of the Astros in 2018. And 1-2.
1-2.
And he deals. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. One left for Houston, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, J.R. Richard.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
And now Lou Brock.
For the Cardinals, the left fielder, Lou Brock.
The wind and the pitch. And a good eye there.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
That misses the zone. Now 2-0. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Bregman settles under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, right fielder,
Michael Lee. Next up for the Cardinals.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Bounced up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. 2 up, 2 down.
The first baseman, number 6.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Stan Musial. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And fouled off. The 0-2. And that one almost got him. The next pitch misses. It's 2-2. Two down, nobody on. And it's filled up.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
On the ground, Biggio tosses to first, and they get Musial for the out. And that is that. And down in order go the Cardinals. They still trail it here, 4-3. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Steven Matz.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, one-run game. Here's the catcher, Kwan Galigalau. The pitch. Matz, in his 8th season, 31 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2009. Strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Swing and a ball popped up. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Now the center fielder, Michael Brantley.
And Michael Brantley is going to come up to hit. Brantley, multi-time All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's usually in left field, but today he's patrolling center. Pitch misses there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, typically left fielders have the least amount of range in the outfield. So for him to take the responsibility in center field in this one, he's going to really need his corner guys to help him out in the gaps.
Here comes a pitch.
2-2.
That one missing inside. Jeff Bagwell up next. And he walked him.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first, and stepping in for the Astros, Jeff Bagwell. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Hit hard, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Alvarez.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Yordan Alvarez. First pitch, and he just misses.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a visit from the pitching coach here. Just to remind him, focus on the hitter. Don't worry about anything else.
Now 1-1.
1 strike.
Ball to strike. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Left-hand batter waits. Struck him out looking. Huge call, 3rd strike against a big bat to end the inning. So they strand a pair. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Astros 4 and the Cardinals 3. Luis Garcia comes on now.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mark McGwire. This guy with light tower power. And here it comes. And that drops in for a strike.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
The 0-1. That one missed. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Dallas Keuchel, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. France getting loose as well. Ball to strike. The pitch. Way out front for strike 2. 2 Next offering is outside. Joe Torre into St. Louis on deck circle. And that one finds its way through. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding the hole in the defense.
No outs, runner at first. Digging in, Joe Torre. That one's in there, and that is strike one. Nobody out, runner at first. Swing and a pop-up, foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next one is off the plate, and the count 1-2. That's inside.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
2-2 now. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Stepping in, Nolan Arenado. 1 for 2.
Arenado.
Pitch misses outside. Ball one. And the righty deals. Runner on the go. And miss.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
And the right-hander deals. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Dallas Keuchel.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. First offering, and it just misses. Gorman goes 6'1", 22 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2018. McGuire off of first with 2 away. Hard ground ball, base knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting, center fielder, Tyler
And up next for St. Louis, Tyler O'Neill. That's in there. That's strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Kicks and fires. And it's fouled away. On the ground to third. Over to Biggio. Inning over. So the Cards strand a couple. Score holds at 4-3. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound. James Nail.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Here comes a pinch hitter for the Astros, Chas McCormick. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. And a pitch. Line drive, and that one gets down, fair ball. So a man on base to start the inning.
Waste no time there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. This one smoked out to left. Brock makes the grab, and there's one down. And now it's Alex Bregman. He went deep back in the fourth. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
First offering misses the mark. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Genesis Cabrera preparing to come on if needed. One-run game, one out, one on. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner takes off. The 1-1 is fouled off. The pitch. And that one missing low. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Here's the 2-2. That one just misses.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. And there's ball four.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. To third. Down the line, and it's foul. An uncharacteristic mistake from a really good defensive player. The pitch. Check swing, no appeal, and the count is 1-1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two on, one out. And now it's even up. That to right. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. And a pitch. Rolled to short. Possible 2-ball. Feeds to second. Out there. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Kwan Galigalau up next for the Astros. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And the 1-0 misses low. Chris, with that distraction and the speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Right-hander kicks, deals. In there at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corners are occupied with 2 down. The next offering misses, and it's 3-2. Jose Altuve in the on-deck circle. In the air, right field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 2 left for the Astros, and it remains a 4-3 game. Staying in the game on defense, Chas McCormick. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter. Also entering the game, Mauricio Dubon. He'll play second. Pinch hitter coming on, Paul Goldschmidt. Big spot for him here.
Number 46, Paul Goldschmidt.
Keuchel back to work. Ripped to third. Toss to Bagwell. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now back, left fielder, Lou Brock.
So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Dylan Carlson. And this is a big at bat in this ball game. The tying run at the plate. On the ground right side, Dubon. In plenty of time to first, and a couple of quick outs.
There's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Tommy Edman looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty.
Tommy Edman.
And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to third. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
So now a pinch hitter, Brendan Donovan. He represents the go-ahead run. First pitch just misses.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
The pitch. In the dirt. And the runner holds. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Good hitters count the 2-0. And there's a ball. Mark McGwire, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. Edman, the runner at first with 2 gone. In for a strike, now 3-1.
3-1.
That one fouled off. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
New pitcher on now, J.P. France.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Oliver Marmol calling for a pinch hitter here. Ryan Ludwig looking for a big hit with 2 out runners at first and second. Ball 1, no strikes. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. And that's too high.
No strike.
Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right. The 2-1. And now 2-2.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Now into the game, Paul Goldschmidt. He's in at shortstop. Also into the ball game, Dylan Carlson. He'll be out in left field. Also entering the game, Tommy Edman. He takes over in right. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Jordan Hicks.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So coming into the game now on defense, Paul DeYoung. He takes over as the new first baseman. There comes a pinch hitter for the Astros, David Hensley. A critical at bat in this game for him. The pitch. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. And the pitch. Slider misses outside. The 1-1. Slapped foul. And a 1-2. Set down on strikes. Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Number 26. 1 out and the base is empty for him. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. And downstairs, movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Genesis Cabrera getting loose out there. Righty delivers. Tap back to the mound. Toss to DeYoung. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
The first baseman, number 5, Jeff.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jake Myers. Looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty.
Jake Myers. This game for the Cardinals. Now playing first base, number 6, Jake Myers.
In there for strike 1. At the belt and fires. A swing and a soft liner. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Astros. But they hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. So remaining in the game defensively, number 26. He'll be out in center now after pinch hitting. Also into the ball game, Joe Perez. He takes over as the new first baseman. So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Wilson Contreras. The wind of the pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it. The 0-1. Good eye right there. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Billy Wagner, the left-hander, up and throwing. Next pitch downstairs, and it's 2-1. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a chopper. Gets the catcher by a step.
Up next for the Cardinals, the third baseman, Nolan.
Now up for St. Louis, Nolan Arenado. 1 for 3. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. On the ground to third, Bregman handles. And that quickly 2 away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now the second baseman,
Ryan Presley gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while. Coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested. But we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
Here's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. Strike one.
0-1.
The pitch. That one close, ruled a ball. And it's a ball and a strike.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Left-hand hitter waits. And the slider just misses. The 2-1. Popped up. Perez has this one sized up. Makes the catch, inning over. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Staying in the game on defense, Wilson Contreras. He takes over behind the plate to do the catching after entering the game as a pinch hitter. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Giovanni Gallegos.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Here comes a pinch hitter for the Astros, Corey Lee.
Corey Lee.
And a pitch. Gallegos, a 6'2 righty, 31 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. And now 2-0. Bullpen activity starting up now. Genesis Cabrera up and throwing. Here comes a pitch. That just misses. 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike, and the count is 3-1. Kicks and deals. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate, but as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Top 9, and it'll get started with a pinch hitter, Yainer Diaz. A runner at first for him, nobody out. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Next pitch misses, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
That one missed. Righty to the plate, and that's in for a strike. And here it comes.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gallegos moved to first, and he's back in there. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Three-two. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Carlson settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now back, second baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
Here's Mauricio Dubon taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Pitch misses. Ball one. Lee leads off first with one away. In for a strike, and the count even 1-1. Swings through that one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Chop to third. Bare hands it. Tough play to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Now it's Alex Bregman. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Runners at first and second with one gone. That's in there. And the count even at one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
1-1 now. That misses off the outside edge.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball left side and foul ball. And the righty deals. Out there to center. O'Neill drifts towards it. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
And now Jeremy Pena. In there, and it's 0-1. And a strike. And the right-hander deals. Out to center. O'Neill drifts towards it. Squeezes it. And that's the third out. 2 left on. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Astros 4 and the Cardinals 3. Corey Lee. He'll be the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter.
Now playing left.
Also entering the game, Yainer Diaz. He takes over in right.
Now in right.
Billy Wagner on to pitch here.
Now this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the one-run game better than a comfortable three-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
Well, one-run game. And the batter now, Tyler O'Neill. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? And he deals. Yeah, there's the strike. Now the 0-1. And that one fouled off. And now the lefty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that's in there for strike 1. And that one a little bit high. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Next offering upstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Good eye right there. Dylan Carlson up next for the Cardinals. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone now.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Looks like he'll be a pinch hitter. Number 49. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. That misses. And that's ball 1. A 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Right side, hard hit. Throw to first, ball game. And the Astros hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros, 4 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 13 men on base. For St. Louis, 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Jesus had the passion of Christ.